brother. Brother. Big dude. Big dude.
Yeah.
Hi, am I on the air?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, am I on the air?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so fucking happy.
Let it ring out. Enjoy that applause.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second, hon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's slow that down, Brian. Wait, I can't slow a cassette tape down.
Hey now.
I could squeeze on
Yeah,
it.
you can. You can slow it down.
I can squeeze it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll just turn it.
Just
turn
short
it
it.
down. Oh.
I like it. It sounded nice.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. End all that now.
Okay,
Cut that nonsense.
Oh.
I gotta be serious right now. I'm not in the best condition. You know me and my sinuses. You know the hay fever, and you know every once in a while we have these bad allergy days.
Yeah.
It's another one again. It's not gonna be a good show, guys. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, show's not gonna be good.
Oh.
It's gonna be a bad time. Might as well tune out now.
Should I go home?
Yep.
Fuck.
You might as well,
Thanks.
Brian.
I don't wanna
Snot
go
might be
home.
flying. We've got, this is not a pop filter. This is like a snot screen now.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we're keeping.
Hey, guy.
We're keeping the show running. I've got to come in and I've got to keep pushing on.
Yeah.
Brian, I've been in here in the backlog today. I don't know what that means. I've been in the backlog today.
Fucking happy.
God,
Back
hold
lawn?
on.
Yeah, you have a front
Well,
lawn and a back lawn.
But I have dirt. I don't even have a lawn.
Well, it was grass.
I've been out back all day, and you
Ah.
see, when you're working out in the back lawn,
Yeah.
it's fine. Your nose is running. You're having sinus issues.
Yeah.
You're just snot
Snot
rockets
rocketing.
everywhere.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. No, you don't need to touch. Hands free, baby.
Hands free. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going snot out, and then I'm going blow it off the mustache with
Oh, yeah.
a big puff at the end. Get it everywhere. But what I've been doing here
Mhm.
in the meantime, not on the back lawn, is going through the extra ops, and I think I found the RPG-2. Say it ain't
Oh,
so.
you did.
As well as some other items that could help us
Oh, that's gonna be good in those tank fights.
in those tank fights. So to further let my R&D team build these up, let's do some more side ops. What's left? That's not marksmanship challenges.
Yeah.
Fall and recovery. We know these. These are simple. Let's start the stream off with a Discord call. Let's start the stream off with a nice, easy extra op.
Yes.
Let's go. Kaz will lead the way. And I need C4 for this? No, I need C4 for another one, but I might as well grab some. Brian, if you don't have anything to get to at the top of the show.
Well, I mean, I'm wondering if you ever finished the Resident Evil Netflix series.
I did finish that.
Because I've been itching to talk to you about that.
We
And
should
so folks,
definitely.
there's probably going to be some spoilers.
We should definitely talk about that.
Talking that spoiler about the Resident Evil Netflix series.
My congestion.
So yeah, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want, because I know how you like it.
I kind of had something spoiled for me, like the very Blade-esque meme of Albert Wesker in the actual Wesker-looking attire.
Yeah.
That scene I kind of saw early, but I was like,
didn't
oh
see that.
shit, okay.
I saw that at 12:30 in the morning, and I fucking geeked out.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like that. I literally wrote a tweet and like banked it because I'm like, it's too early
Gotta
to say
save
anything.
this.
But it was like 2 minutes into episode 7 of the Resident Evil series sold me on the series because that's when they went and just committed to it being Resident Evil. And I'm like, okay, so maybe it's not the Wesker you envisioned, but it's Wesker. And then they make another reference later on, like one of the characters talks about how it's like
the OG Wesker.
Yeah, the OG Wesker, because it's like clearly there's another one. And
He
they're
died
like,
in a volcano.
They're like, yeah, he died in a volcano. I'm like, that's how he died in the game.
So yeah, you kind of saying last week, like, I don't know, do these conflict like the game stories?
That's
like maybe
what I'm
not.
saying. Right? So now I'm kind of like, so that's why I bought in, because I'm like, oh, these are committing to actually follow game story.
I know, right? That's amazing.
And
that really did blew me away. Like,
yeah.
When so far that show ended and it's wild and it almost seems like it's pieced together from two different things, two different scripts.
Right.
It seems like, man, it references the original games, and I should say the special edition versions of the games a lot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fuck with the continuity so far of the games, of any of the game stories.
Yeah. Right? And
Yeah.
so that for me, I'm like, it's not messing with that. So now I really want to see what they're gonna do with this character of what's her name?
Rose? No.
Well, yeah, but both Lily and Billy and Jade.
Billy and Jade.
Are both really cool characters.
Jade, listen to your father. I love Lance Reddick's voice. He's got the good Wesker voice. Like it feels good.
Yeah, it feels like
And
how
then
it would be.
when he moves around all super fast, like in Resident Evil Code Veronica, I was like, okay, well, like, you know, they're doing this shit, and he's asking in that scene, Brian. He asks those clone Weskers about the mind control device.
Yeah.
And the clamp, the chest clamp. That's all stuff like
from
5 for Jill. Jill has that spider clamp to her
Yeah.
chest, and he's controlling her mind.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like so
interesting.
Its authenticity is there. I think that's what I'm trying to say, or an attempt to be authentic is there, and that's why I'm now interested to go back and find a way to watch Welcome to Raccoon City, because it feels and sounds like you were saying that was present as well. Maybe the CG wasn't great. Maybe certain things weren't that, you know.
Yeah, it was a
the
low-budget
same.
Sony Resi Evil movie. You know, it just felt like, you know.
But it sounds
in
like
the vein of the Paul Anderson ones. But I like that one even more than this Netflix show.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So that has me really wanting to check it out. It feels like they're tying it all together. Like they're creating a cinematic universe for.
Wesker definitely does. You know, Wesker is played by a different person.
Head for the recovery zone. We'll pick you up there.
04 remaining enemies. I can leave.
Okay.
Is there any secret items though? Maybe. Can I get in here? Nah.
But anyway, it did make me want to go back and check out Resident Evil Revelations.
Oh. Yeah.
Because that game was the last time where I was surprised by the authenticity of a Resident Evil game. What I mean by that is like, you know, that came out on the 3DS, and then was like, you know, it's a total like portable game, but it came out after Resident Evil 6, I
Good
think.
job.
And at that
Sure
point,
to me.
Resident Evil had kind of been fucked up by Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, Revelations was like great Jill storyline, you know,
Dude.
that didn't fuck up and like make shit weird. It took place, I think, like around, you know, after 5 and 6.
Yeah, it's like it should. I think it fits in after 5, maybe in between 5 and 6.
All the good guys are working for the BSAA at this time, but
Which
there's a corrupt agent in the BSAA.
Yeah, and
And the
it's-
bioweapons are still being used as on the black market now. Umbrella's like Tricell, and whoever has like leaked everything, and
Yeah.
you're cleaning that up.
And that all is also referenced in Resident Evil, I think 8 or 7 and 8, when they talk about BSAA and like all of that shit. Like they talk about, you know, the BSAA showing up at the end of 8. So it's like that stuff may
That
actually.
was Umbrella. Remember they called him like Blue Umbrella?
Yeah, like they switched over or whatever. But I mean, it's referenced, and so I feel like shit. Maybe Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 actually do tie into these games.
I think 1 and 2 is canon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2.
I'm excited
I
because
think they fit into the canon.
I only beat Revelations once on 3DS, and I never came back and played it on HD.
Oh, okay.
So
I got that thing on Wii U.
yeah, me too, and I never beat it
Okay.
again. But I enjoyed the way they translated it. But
Revelatons.
Revelatons.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
good misspelling
I
on
love
our
that.
disc, or it's not on the disc. It's on the box art.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's been cool. Like I'm for some reason really excited about Resident Evil right now. I think maybe it's just all
You're
the
hype on
announcements. Yeah, it's still one of my favorite game series.
Hell yeah.
And I never really played or beat Revelations 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I beat the story of Revelations 2. I don't.
I think you're
I
the
must
only one
have.
I know who did.
Yeah, I must have, or I
'Cause
would
that's
have
the
still had it in my backlog. But
That's the whole you play as Sherry and
Sherry and Barry.
Yeah, Sherry and Barry.
His
and you're
goth,
Claire
like,
again.
teenage daughter who's like all angsty. That was like
Yeah.
one of the best new characters breathed into the Resident Evil franchise for me.
Hell yeah.
Was Barry's angsty daughter.
I love
What was her name? It wasn't Sherry. It was Moira.
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 That was it.
And that Revelations like time attack mode or
The
whatever.
raid mode?
Raid mode was sick.
That's what I was gonna say. The thing I remember most about Revelations 2 was there was a shit ton of raid mode, and all you had to do was buy episode 1. So I only ever had episode 1. I don't think I ever finished the game, like the main game side of it. The raid mode was like
You
it
got
was like
caught up
Yeah, it was.
playing that. Yeah.
You know what I think they made it for mobile, so it was a really good, almost like a it really feels a lot like Monster Hunter, because you're collecting all the custom parts for the guns to upgrade all of the
Okay.
statuses so that you can max out your guns. You remember that shit? Like
I
that's
do.
what we did the most of.
I do, yeah. We would max out our guns.
Yeah.
Speaking of maxed out guns, that RPG 2's almost ready to be made. What's
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Oh, liquid magazine, solid magazine, a new supply marker upgrade, the FIM 43. I think this is a field to air missile or something. Isn't this one of the lock-ons? So this could also be great for fucking vehicles here.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Let's. You can only take 2 items like that into battle, though. So you know, more than one or more than 2 rocket launchers is a bit excessive. We'll find out which ones do the best.
Right.
Under items, I'm not making the mate or the cologne because I just want to. Or the ration's been made. Okay, that's great. Okay, one more side op, and the next rocket launcher should be available to take into our Peace Walker mission. We're coming close, guys.
We are.
At least to the foe ending. Excuse me. Faulted recovery target demo. This is where I need the C4.
Let's get this mission started.
Let's get this mission started,
Complete the mission.
Cause I'm gonna skip it. I did already pack the C4 in. Let's go. Guns blazing. Oh man.
Oh hell yeah.
Ah.
Oh, I got a new badge.
What's crazy is that I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. I went and had a
Destroy all enemy
checkup,
supplies with your C4.
and the the topic of allergies came up, and I was like, oh, I've been doing so good lately. You know, I take this preventative pill, 10 milligrams of loratadine a day.
Yeah.
You know, the blue cap generic at the grocery store. That seems to be working great. Fucking like clockwork.
That's
Put my foot in my mouth. I had been doing great. You know what it is? I wonder if it is somewhat psychosomatic, because it never happens like at Comic-Con or like a PAX day or like a day where it would really ruin, like, you know. It's definitely happened during shoot days here at the studio.
Understood.
Yeah.
Maintain heightened alert.
Where I've had to be in an Ava costume or something uncomfortable. Oh, okay. Really wasting a lot of ammo. This was a destruction, right? Remaining targets.
Was this, yeah? Or was it a full one?
No, it was a destruction, but I'm just out here popping all these guards, and they're popping their helmets off and then hitting them in the head to take them out.
That's good, man.
I'll take them home because I'll get some guys out of the whole deal.
That's good. We got some more
Here's
troops.
the demolition.
Sending
right
them over to Mutta Base.
Send them to my mother cars.
Hey,
Over
I'm
at
gonna
Mutta
send you
Base.
to Mutta Base.
I'm going to send you out all 4 sides. We're going to blow this cartridge to hell and back.
That's right. Then we're
Boom.
gonna put it in the goddamn Nintendo.
What was that?
All right. What was what? You didn't hear anything.
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Oh, fuck. He's coming over there. Let's get him. Let's get him with the Mark 22. Or should we distract him with smoke?
Helicopter.
Pop. There goes your helmet.
Pop,
Oh, he ducked.
pop, pop up.
There we go. There we go. Was there another one that I knocked down over here?
What's that? The enemy's attacking. Going to alert status.
Let's see. Up in the
Understood.
tower?
Maintain
No.
Looks
heightened
like-
alert.
He may be inside. Oh, see him in there?
Yeah. How did he not go down yet? I hit him. Oh. That's him.
Oh, he's got one, right?
He's got a friend.
Blazes.
Boom, right in the head. And I can now equip the C4 again.
Recovery
Put it on
helicopter is complete.
Let's get him to safety first. I don't want, you know, any blast of the explosion over here to, you know, damage my friend here. What do we do? Square? No, definitely not.
I'm counting on you.
Hey,
Head for the recovery zone. We'll pick you up
that was
there.
easy. Okay. Woo! Now, we
Hey, that
spoke
was
about
great. Can't wait to see what else you
the
can do.
canon of Resident Evil games, Brian.
Yes.
We talked about Revelations 1 and 2. Are they canon or not? Let us know in the chat.
I think they are.
I think so too. I think you get a great story with Jill in Resident Evil Revelations. In Revelations 2, you get a lot of good Claire story building.
You also
And-
get a lot of Chris in Revelations. You play as
Definitely.
Chris. You play as that other homie whose name I forget. The tall dude who looks like Matt Berry.
But the point I'm getting to is the canon of certain franchises like Resident Evil, like what we're playing right here, Metal Gear.
Oh yeah.
The canon can be somewhat debated. You remember Vector called in last week and talked to us about that?
They did. Yeah.
His new video's out.
There's
I
the
watched it today, son.
Mm.
It's just recent on my mind. He's calling in the waiting room. Brian, would you drop Vector in? The dead
Let's
Vector himself.
Drop the vector in.
Guys,
What vector do we drop that in?
I'm so happy. He teased it with us last week on the show, but the video is out. You can check it out on his YouTube channel. But it calls into the question of certain titles in the franchise of Metal Gear being canon or not. And I loved all your points, Vector. I just want to say I agree with you wholeheartedly.
So what?
Listen, man, we'll get to that, but I need to warn you, this call is going to get pretty intense.
Okay.
right,
Oh,
I'm ready.
Jesus. Hold on.
Let's do it.
Fuck.
I'm gonna roll up my sleeves like Garrett now. Here we go.
So get
Thanks.
prepared.
All right.
Okay, I'm
be
I need
prepared.
everybody to just
prepared.
get your battle suits on.
All right.
Because I agree with you about the canon
Alright.
issues. I'm a little, in disagreement on certain aspects of your Metal Gear opinions. But this new video, you put your foot down.
Hope everyone's enjoying the live broadcast.
Listen, I was gonna do this over a private message,
Oh, okay.
And then I thought, no, I'm gonna speak my mind.
No, let the
because the
people
world
know.
needs to know.
Yeah, don't censor
Everybody in chat, you guys need to know.
All right.
this.
So Garrett,
Yes.
listen closely, okay?
I am.
I need to sincerely thank you for being such a genuinely kind and considerate person.
Oh, wow.
Also, Brian, to a lesser extent.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, like, because the thing is, you know, the way I approach my persona on the channel, you know, I feel like it's kind of like a pro wrestling bad guy. But
Oh, totally.
to play that character, though, you really got to put yourself in a dark place. And so, while I was working on this most recent video, like, you know, because the way that I did it was really inflammatory, as you saw.
Yeah,
But
You go. You go there.
Yeah.
In ways that are very entertaining, and yeah.
Yeah, but you still have to get into that character. And so as I was editing and recording, you know, those voice lines, you know, there were multiple times where in the middle of it, I'm like, I don't think I can do it. And I almost wanted to give up on the whole thing.
Oh, no.
But what kept me going was the
Perseverance.
positive energy that you carry with you, and
thank
all in the name of bringing joy into people's lives. And I just need you to know that you're a huge inspiration to me, and I can't thank you guys enough for what you guys do.
Hey, I'm
it's
so happy
really,
to hear it. That
yeah.
means
So
that,
so just a huge thank you.
that means a lot. If we can pass on in any way some inspiration to the creativity that
Hell
you're
yeah.
putting out there on your channel, I gotta commend you. The new video is great. I urge people out there, if you're Metal Gear fans, and you've ever even considered or had a friend go, hey, you know what? Don't play Twin Snakes. Just play the original one on PS1. And you could forget about Revengeance. Who needs it? You hit all the points. Not only what we discussed in Portable Ops, but just all the points, and even like really analyzing part of Ken Mendoza's translation in certain Kojima interviews over the years. Like the level of homework that you did on this Vector is huge. I really like this new video.
I've personally translated that interview that everybody uses as evidence that Portable Ops isn't canon. I've translated that video so many times over the years. A little bit, to a certain extent.
The few times that we've worked in the early days with Hideo Code Jiminy Cricket, as you say, there's some hilarious new names in the new video,
Oh,
Brian.
I think I gave him one the last time they called in.
I think
You totally did.
I think so.
You totally did.
What I came up with.
But
I think
Ken
actually it was
Mendoza
Kojakov, actually, which I didn't use in the video.
yeah. Ken was his translator when we first met at GDC, and when we did some work with them at other points. Even when Hideo wasn't around, we would meet up with Ken at the LA office at Konami.
I'm so fucking happy.
Sean really liked him. We all got along great. So it was cool seeing that old footage of like, oh, that's Hideo's old translator. I remember Ken. He was on the.
Oh, no way. Okay, I didn't know that you
podcast.
knew him.
He was,
Oh, yeah.
he was on the old Metal Gear podcast. I think you could hear him in the Metal Gear 4 podcast, like on the iPod.
That's one of the Remember Off questions.
Yeah,
Well, I just, you know, he's a complete badass. You know, his ability to translate live like that, I can't do that.
Yeah,
And so
that's
translated that interview with the benefit of like being able to take my time and go literally word by word and understand the context and all that.
And how Kojima doesn't answer the question, he rephrases it. That in my mind, I think of them as games I wrote, produced, directed, and games that I just produced.
Exactly.
He didn't answer, is this canon?
Yeah.
He specifically said it is, Portable Ops is included in the Metal Gear saga, but there are certain small details that no one on the planet can answer. Like, okay, what details are not canon? And so we have to assume that everything is canon until someone says otherwise.
You know,
And I think,
yeah.
Well, I was
Brian.
gonna say, I think that's something that we have to come to start to understand with how,
one more Fulton recovery.
how media
Let's get this
and
mission
franchises.
started.
need
Complete
to
the mission and
perpetuate.
proceed to the
There
Fulton
needs to be
recovery point
points
so
that
we
you
can
kind of
get you
have
back
to be
alive and
able
well. Good
to
luck out there.
say, well, we're gonna take this idea but take it a different way. And I think that, like, yeah, that's what Kojima, I think, is maybe trying to get at, and I think that that's kind of what we're all talking about, which is like, yeah, of course things are changed, and not the entirety of it is word for word. Like, everyone, when you're consuming media, don't get caught up on just like, wait, they said it was a blue wallpaper, but in the flashback they switched it to red. So what's that inconsistency? Is this a multiverse? What's going on? It's like, no, hey, chill.
Hey,
chill.
you know what? It's not as bad as what were those David Cage games? David Chase? No, that was the.
Oh yeah, David Cage, the like Heavy Rain and,
Yeah,
and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Those had you know very complex kind of game structure to pull off, but they had a lot of plot holes.
Yeah.
You know, something that you pointed out in your video was a plot hole between what we're playing here, Peace Walker, and Phantom Pain.
Sure.
Right.
I had never really noticed or taken note of, but Kazuhiro admits to Snake that, hey, he knew Paz was a double agent the whole fucking time, triple agent, in fact.
Yeah.
In this game at the end.
Right.
But then in the beginning of Phantom
Ground
Pain,
Zeroes.
Yeah, or Ground Zeroes. Yeah, he's like, huh, who would have thought we would have been fooled by that tricky,
That
you know.
innocent little schoolgirl.
Yeah, and it was
Or
like,
whatever.
Oh,
it says.
I never fucking put that together.
I
Like,
always read that as him being like sarcastic. But you know what?
I just never paid that close
Yeah.
attention, to be honest.
Well, that actually, I only found out about that from a theory where the theory goes that Ground Zeroes is someone implanting Big Boss's memories into Venom Snake.
Right.
But I'm not with that theory. My standpoint is just the writers didn't know or they forgot because multiple writers that come into this series
That's what I think.
and
Yeah.
that's all it is like they're not always briefed on the situation. And we actually have the script files, early script files from MGS5 where the project managers, they make notes and they need clarification on things. Yeah, and so like you just have a bunch of hands in the kitchen, and not everything's gonna stay consistent over the course of. It was like 20 something years.
Yeah, spanning multiple studios,
Right.
multiple
multiple
script writers and story, continuity managers and people keeping this. Which, God,
Right.
they've done such a good job for all that they've done. I mean,
yeah.
the only thing I can think of that
Sure.
does stuff like on the level of what like video game sequels do with continuity is like these fucking multiverse movies or some of this Marvel shit.
And even those don't exist over such a long frame of time, right? Like,
True, it's all very brief.
The only other thing that I can think of that has existed this long on a semi-consistent base, Simpsons, 30 years of.
Have they fucked up with the continuity? Have they ever like
I mean, they
Oh
never
yeah,
really-
several times.
had to
Yeah.
retcon something?
Oh yeah. I mean, they
Well,
kind of.
they just keep aging everyone back down, like to
Yeah.
where like they're ever young.
Yeah. It's
Right.
just they're always this age. It just doesn't matter what time period they're in. It's these. This is how these people are for this time period.
Interesting way to
SNL.
get around it.
SNL would be the other one, but that's not continuity.
True.
But like,
You know what's been around for a really long time and actually progresses chronologically
I was gonna say
and
James
is
Bond.
like no, well, oh man, we should talk about James Bond one day. But no,
Yeah.
Judge Dredd, another J word.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Judge Dredd, yeah, like Judge Dredd is like canonically like 70 or something, and it started off when he was really young,
Really?
and they have to maintain that continuity throughout the
As
entire
long
series.
as the series has been written,
So
wow.
he's aged
up.
up.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. They never reset him. I mean, spoiler alert, he's a clone, so
Gotcha. But I mean, still, it makes sense that he would eventually then clone himself into a new body, be young again. But like,
yeah.
uh,
It's got a single continuity though. It's never been
Right.
reset.
right. That's
cool. And because that's
Yeah.
probably that's like a small press. Well, I don't know who publishes it, but it's like one creator
Image?
keeping that its image.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
That sounds right. We were just at Comic-Con. We should know, Brian.
You were.
Oh yeah, you didn't make it down. You didn't get
Nah.
to see the cosplayers in full array.
Nah, I'm good.
You get to breathe the recycled air of 10,000 other close San Diegans.
I don't mind that part of it. I just don't need to be down that part of San Diego during that time of year.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as 2019. It was nice and like cool and collected and like way better than Anime Expo, I'll tell you what. But
The next video is actually a pivotal con memory for me. It's all about the time I met Quentin Flynn and ruined everything.
Oh wow.
Quentin Flynn, voice actor, refresh my memory.
Raiden.
Raiden. Oh, okay.
I am so fucking
And then
happy.
did
Sean
he do
played Raiden,
Did he
so he's
do
a big-
Young Ocelot in 3?
He did not. That was Josh Keaton.
That was Josh Keaton. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Don't
Keaton.
apologize
Sorry,
to me.
Josh.
Apologize to Josh Keaton.
Yeah,
Sorry,
sorry,
Josh.
Josh Keaton.
And then did he
Brian,
come back
can
and
you-
redo his
I'm getting
voice
horny now,
for
just thinking about it.
Revengeance?
He did.
Okay.
Oh, he did come back for Revengeance.
Okay.
He
That game
totally
is
did.
great. I love how you added on to the video where I thought it, you know, almost ended 3 times, but when you got into Revengeance and how,
Ooh.
like, yeah, of
You
course
can't leave it
that's
out.
of course that's canon until something else or another game comes out further in the timeline that disavows it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That would be canon. And you're absolutely right in saying that that is such a huge success. Konami would never do that.
Yeah.
Well, never say never.
I would.
And so, yeah. So the thing is, like the way that I do my videos, you know, it's like I said, it's really tough to play that character because I gotta be so inflammatory and just like cantankerous and negative.
You gotta
Yes.
get,
And
yeah, you gotta get all puffed up, brother.
Yeah, but the ironic part is what's contradictory about that is that I'm trying to build a Metal Gear community that's really, you know, like inclusive and tolerant and diverse. And so there's a certain type of fan.
A little more open-minded,
That I-
almost a little less gatekeepy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To
That's
put it
exactly
in
it.
a-
And so,
Each game
To
is
put it
that-
in a very flavorful current word.
yeah.
I feel like like almost like each game can have its own continuity for what it needs to have within the game itself, but then all around Metal Gear, there's these wonderful source materials to pull from. You know, the
Sure.
world of
Excellent
Metal
point.
Gear.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, when I come up with a theory, you know, I use all the information I can find.
Yeah, and I think that's the best thing about your videos is you're stating absolute facts backed up with video and cutscene evidence.
I gotta watch
Right.
this now.
And now I'm going, yeah, I kind of like how your points all line up in ways I didn't think about it before. I always like to include spin-off games or lesser-known titles or remakes or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's more of the thing I love
Yeah.
when it comes to whatever, Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid. It's just, you know, some is better than others, but like just disavowing certain ones as far as like story development, if the lore is big in with Resident Evil and Metal Gear, I think that's one of the main appealing things is the lore, is the actual historical events and everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
More than anything, Metal Gear, because it gets so muddy and the waters get so crazy. What is a fucking simulation? What was VR training? And
Yeah.
what's advanced hypnagogia?
Right. It's like I feel like again it's remembering that these are franchises that aren't just, they're not built to be necessarily connected, other than it's part of a franchise. And I think that this is something that maybe when you read comic books as a younger person, you get familiar with that. Like you
I
can
miss
read,
being a younger person.
well, you
Brian.
know what I mean? When you're younger,
No,
you
I
don't
do.
question. Exactly. And that's why I think you miss it. It's like you don't question why isn't it like this other way.
Yeah, I'm
you
just like,
go,
Resident Evil Gun Survivor? Oh, there's more Resident Evil for me to enjoy. Because I enjoy this franchise.
And that's exactly what I mean by
oh,
the
Twin Snakes? Oh, they remade it for GameCube. I just got a GameCube.
yeah, now I can play this game that I love again with different graphics, and it feels like a new game.
Yeah. When I was younger, I wasn't like, oh, Hideo didn't direct this one.
Yeah. No, it was just,
Right.
oh, another Metal Gear? Yes.
But now I hear that, you know, in my ear or online, and it's like, oh shit! Oh,
Yeah.
am I
And
a
those
bad
are the
guy?
those are the type of people that we turn away at the door because they're not willing to have a conversation and they're actively trying to ruin the series
Yeah.
for everybody else who are just trying to have fun.
Give them the boot.
Yeah, exactly. I want to have fun and play in this world that doesn't really exist, but it exists in my imagination. It's that escapism that I demand from those games that I get from those games. And whether that experience is given to me through a cutscene experience like it was originally in Metal Gear games, or in the purest sense of the form in Metal Gear 5 with just, here is a complete game, do as much as you can to push the limits and see what you can do. Because there's so much you can do in that game that I didn't even fucking mess around
See, here's where we might be barking up the wrong tree with Vector, though, Brian. Because he is not a fan of the Phantom Pain.
I could understand why somebody wouldn't like the Phantom Pain as a Metal Gear fan.
Okay, well, can I take a step back?
Sure.
I mean, let me rewind that, because for the canon video, I had to play some Ground Zeroes to get some footage.
Okay.
You know, specifically to get that line of Kaz messing up, where he forgot he forgot. That was a raw capture from. I didn't rip that because I couldn't find a good quality video on YouTube.
Yeah, you know these plebes out here doing fucking 720 rips.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. So I got the clip that I needed, and I wound up playing for another hour, or if not more, because I was just having a really good time. That, like, the gameplay, I actually think is the best in the series, but the reason why I hate it so much is because I mean, I should do a video on that. Like, why do I hate the Phantom Pain so much?
Yeah.
I think it's always prefaced when I say that it's my favorite Metal Gear game. It's because the gameplay, which at its core is what I'm enjoying the most out of a video game, is like being
100%.
one-to-one with a character and performing in the Fox engine the way I could in Phantom Pain. That gameplay made it the best one for me.
It is literally one of the best controlling games I've ever played until Last of Us Part 2. In terms of mechanics, movability, response, and ability, from creative thought to, I could actually do that. The only other game I can think of that kind of does it to a certain extent is Breath of the Wild, where it's like, hey, I got an idea, let me do this, and then it works, or something weird.
And nothing ever hooked me in the meta, but the iDroid and the sending my men on missions and arranging them and making new weapons, all the stuff that kind of hooks me in Peace Walker too.
Yes.
The building of my mother base, like, I had never had a meta aspect of a game connect with me the way that did.
1,500 hours in that.
You know, yeah. I will say, though, you know, story-wise, there's some disappointment in what was left on the table with even that last chapter piece.
Yeah.
You know, like, having seen the unfinished thing, I almost think they should have never included that on that DVD.
I agree.
The unfinished piece chapter. The reveal of that, it just caused such a shitstorm for Konami. But
and so now people are coming into the channel saying that, like, that's canon, and I'm like, no, you can't lock in, like, canon information behind an unfinished cutscene with a collector's edition that only a fraction of the audience bought.
That's a bonus.
You can't consider that canon.
Yeah, that's got to be cut.
It's got to be a wide release.
Alternate timeline.
See,
shit.
this is what people don't understand about shit like that. And I feel like you have to think about it as, was this released to the wide public and anybody who wanted it could get it? No, it's behind the collector's edition, behind a bonus feature area. You don't play the game to get that. Even I say, if it's something that you see in the bonus features of a game, like in side ops or whatever,
sure.
If it's unrelated, like, that's not necessarily canon either, but it's source material. Again, I feel like people get caught up with, like, trying to create a through line with everything because they think that there is one. And it's like, no, again, it's just, here's a world, there's a bunch of tools from the source material, we're gonna use those and adapt them to make it work. And that's where I think Metal Gear Survive did a great job of making a game. But I feel like, the biggest thing is that people had become accustomed after MGS4 to this grandiose action movie, like, sci-fi, you know, kind of what
AAA
is.
title.
AAA title. And then with 5, they got one of the best video games ever. But is it a Metal Gear game with all of the crazy, you know, Do I feel like I got everything I wanted with cutscenes? No, I wanted so many more cool cutscenes in the Fox engine.
Yeah,
I wanted
dude,
so many
yeah.
cool fucking CQC fights and gunfights, but there weren't. Instead,
I wanted more of a lead up. I'll be honest.
Mhm.
I'll be straight up. I wanted more of a lead up to Metal Gear Solid.
Yes, that's where I felt they were naturally lending themselves to.
Or in actuality, it would be not Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear, yeah.
Yeah.
You and I were.
We knew what you meant. We all
Okay,
knew.
thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Well, I would say maybe Dead Vector might agree. Like, I feel like that was what the writing on the wall to me was going to be. Was that the next final chapter was the last thing you do is you fight Snake. Solid
Yeah.
Snake.
Right.
And that's why
And we get to see Solid Snake rendered in the Fox engine. And
Yeah.
like, that's where I really thought it would come full circle.
Yes.
But
And then-
maybe they wanted to keep themselves open.
Yeah. No, you know what happened was, based on the evidence that I've gathered, was Kojiminy Productions made a promise to the publisher Konami and
Yeah.
said, here's what's going to happen. And so the marketing team at Konami, they ran with what they were told by Kojanki Productions. And they're like, okay, this is how the game is going to turn out. Cool. And they made a bunch of trailers, and they put all these title cards in the trailers. This is how men become demons. And then when the game finally came out, it's like, hey, where are my demons? I have a horn, but it's not justified. You didn't justify the boner coming out of this dude's forehead.
Right.
Yeah. What I mean, he had to kill all his men during the Wolbachia outbreak on Mother Base.
To save the planet.
To save
Yeah,
the
to
planet.
save the
So
planet.
that doesn't count against your no-kill run. It doesn't count towards how big your horn gets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I mean, you and I.
I'm just trying to think. Like, yeah, that's the only horrific moment.
Which is such a cool feature.
It
in
is
that
a
fucking game.
that was a cool
My
moment
horn
in the
is
game.
so tiny because I've only killed 120 people in Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, I grew it out. I pulled it back.
Oh my god. But I mean, like, that's part of the fun and the experience of that game is like is you get to have this world of Metal Gear and play it your way, and then there is a bunch of depth with all the codecs and tapes and all that stuff that you get within the iDroid that you
Yeah.
can listen to.
I mean, we beat the pants off that game, Brian. But
And that's kind of the thing where I'm like, I'm bummed I didn't get to have more fed to me in terms of I'm hungry for the story and the third-party experience of watching. But man, I got a first-party experience where I became Big Boss.
it's almost like Metal Gear 4. It just he burnt out his cutscene brain, and they're like, let's find another way to fucking tell stories because no one was really happy with how much there was in Metal Gear 4.
And I feel like there's something that needs to be remembered about the way games used to be developed. Cutscenes are cool, but correct me if I'm wrong, they're also a place to hide a loading screen. So because they're playing FMV, that's easy to play a video off of the back end
or
and
location map switch or whatever.
You know what I mean? It's a loading. It's sometimes a loading screen. By the time you got to Metal Gear 5, Metal Gear 4, you needed a lot of loading screens. And remember, you still had to sit through loading screens after cutscenes to get back into the game. And
He
even
would
then,
smoke his cigarette.
He would smoke a cigarette, and then later you could load the game onto the hard drive, and that reduced your wait time. But
you could never do that now. Could a main character smoke a cigarette? I think Bayonetta has a lollipop.
Even then, they
Dude, how much hotter would fucking Bayonetta be if she smoked cigarettes?
Boy from Lost Judgment, Judgment Boy. He smokes a cigarette in that game. But
Nintendo, get on that. There should be like a mod for Bayonetta 3. I'm not promoting cigarette smoking.
But
I'm saying the fictional character of Bayonetta smoking a cigarette and summoning demons.
Yeah.
Every goth chick smokes. What are you fucking doing?
That's what I'm saying. Fuck that lollipop. But no, I feel like with 4.
It's a tangent there, Vector. I apologize.
With
He brings up a really good point.
4, you get the most complete Metal Gear Solid experience. I've always said that. It is the most complete. If you love Metal Gear Solid as a series, that is Metal Gear Solid perfect.
You got everything.
Is number 4. You literally got everything. It's got
the hardest one to play because it's locked on that fucking
on the
PS3.
But now with PS Now, I think you can play it. But
there's been some great emulation going on.
Yeah, that's true. But
I watched a video. The Kojima Frequency shouts out. We're talking about.
But I feel like that's what people need to know is that's where you get with 4. You get the long cutscenes, you get the great gameplay. It's all mixed to one. But Metal Gear 5, he no longer had the limitation of needing to wait for loading screens. So he just went, well, go be Big Boss. And you literally, again, like he did with Metal Gear Solid 2, told you weren't playing Big Boss the way you thought you were in Metal Gear 3. You're done with that. You're you. You are a completely made-up Big Boss. And you made this. You made this. This is you.
That overall message is kind of cool. It maybe skips out on what kind of ending we could have had, but it is the overall message of like, okay, you are Big Boss. You, the player, I'm talking to you through the fucking mirror right now.
Yeah.
You, like, you know, did me a solid and took over and are gonna, you know, fall on the sword for me because I'm sending Solid Snake. I liked that message. I liked the way that game ended up.
Yeah.
I don't know, Vector. What do you think about that particular bit of the ending? Or do you have a thought?
Oh, the whole like you are Big Boss thing?
Yeah, like almost like I got very emotional at the end where it was like, thank you for playing all of these games. Also, I kind of knew it was the end. The Kojima had been kind of like let go from Konami.
Yeah, by the time I got to the end of the game, he's been let go.
It was all bad blood. Yeah, like by the time I'm getting to the end, it's really like, yo, this is the end, and thank you, and like the message of, yeah, you are Big Boss. I couldn't have done this without you.
Or this world doesn't exist without your implication.
Yeah.
So, like, Brian brought up a lot of really good points, and this ties into that. You know, like about, you know, the cutscenes being long to hide loading screens, and I don't mean to shit all over what you just said, but MGS 2 and 3, you tap the X button, you could skip the cutscenes immediately.
Yeah.
Like the cutscenes really weren't the thing, but just like MGS 2. I think MGS2 had a good message, just like 5. Like, MGS2's message was all about, like, don't believe everything you're told. Like, find what you think is important and pass that on to the next generation. And 5 also had, you know, that ending was like, okay, that's like really poetic and cool, and I appreciate that. But the delivery was just garbo. It was trash.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It's just, you know, it to me, it came across as like they ran out of time. And so somebody had to pull something out of their ass and like scrape something together. And I did that all throughout high school. That's how I got through most of my English and history classes was like, yeah, I don't have enough time because I didn't work on it. So I'm going to try and make like, you know, pull on the teacher's heartstrings at the end.
I can relate.
Thank you so much for reading my double-spaced 750-word essay. Thank you so much, teacher.
I just need the passing grade. I'm gonna go the path of least resistance here to get there.
Pretty much,
It definitely feels that way.
I feel like there's even big rumors in my head that make sense about spending a lot of money on PT.
Yeah,
that was allocated for the time and money that was allocated for the Metal Gear 5.
Right.
Feels like it was used against the stock shareholders' wishes.
Right.
To make
we know from the
Hill pitch, basically.
We know from the Konami like earnings report that MGS5 apparently cost $80 million to make, which for a AAA game honestly isn't that much. Like GTA 5 cost $250 million to develop.
With the revenue it's bringing in, I doubt how many people bought I never bought one motherfucking base coin, and I pride myself.
It made more than its money back, but that's not why Konami got out of the AAA games industry.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was they weren't giving him the freedom he wanted, so I think Garrett and my theory has always been that he started taking some of that resources to create a proof of concept to show them like, hey, we can do this, because they weren't letting him do what he wanted, and so he was already getting checked out.
It feels like, which is a baller move, but it even feels like he hid that PT was Silent Hills from Sony PlayStation and from Konami. That's why it's Silent Hills, not Silent Hill.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why it's a whole different studio.
And it was like, let me sneak this thing out that I spent their money to make and used their time and their man hours to make.
Yes.
And let me it's just it's me working a pitch, and it went so viral, and they're probably like so mad, but they can't be because now there's all this interest in him doing a Silent Hill with Guillermo del Toro. It's like, it's this weird corporate espionage action.
I genuinely think he...
Dude, that's genius. Corporate espionage action? Why have I never thought of that before?
I think he wanted out. They didn't want him to be a game director anymore. They wanted him to be like a fixer-upper guy. Because
he was actually.
Yeah, that's kind of like
remember?
the Castlevania.
And that's
Lords of Shadow.
And then he's like, no, I want to come up with cool video game ideas. Can I just keep doing that? Like, I'm doing great here. And they're like, no, you need to help with titles and make them better.
Right.
And
no, they actually made him.
Yeah.
They Konami made Kojima the head of their computer entertainment division at one point, and then he had to get demoted back to game director because it didn't work out there.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to come in and like pepper in on somebody else's game. He respects other people's process, and he says, "Do the."
Does he though?
Does he? Yes.
Does he though?
You
I don't know.
you threw out some very.
I don't know anything about that.
You threw out some very like eye-opening, accusations on old Kojiminy Cricket.
Well, listen, like the reason why I refuse to say his name on my platform is simply because of all the fanboys.
Brian,
I blur his face out, right? Because he turned his name into a brand. Yeah. And the fanboys worship him they literally worship him instead of Jesus, which is fine.
A Death Stranding coffee mug.
That was a gift.
I know, but I'm just saying, but
but the fact that before
stuff that isn't even out yet. This was sold before the game was out.
I think you got You got to remember we've stepped into an age where if nobody's gonna speak louder about you than you, so why not be a
Spike Lee joint? You know?
I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. But the problem is that the fanboys worship him, and he gets off on that, and so the people that deserve credit for the work that they do, he steals all the credit. And so all the fanboys that come into my channel and complain, they think that he made the game all by himself, and they don't pay any attention to the programmers and the artists and the musicians and all these people who made this vision come to life. And I was one of those people for 15 years before MGS5 came out. So now this is my way of atoning for...
You gotta tell the truth. You gotta spill it. I've had... employers that had done that to me, where I worked under a manager that took credit for everything.
Yeah.
Right.
That I personally did, and that's a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
And when your name is as big as a celebrity, as a hideous what was that one? That would really hit me on the head.
Hideous Co-Jackass. Well, that one it was actually
that's a good
Hideous Co-Jumbo, I think, is the original version of that.
But
that's a classic. I didn't come up with that actually. That's been floating around the internet for a while.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's a great one.
Ooh, I like that. No, see, but I'm a huge JoJo fan, so that's not going to work.
But having felt that bite before, being like, wow, like the main dude takes the credit, and these other writers and military advisors, and I mean, think of the name.
Oh, that's another video I want to do.
It's almost better if you're the artist. If you're Yoji Shinkawa, it's like, okay, we know your name.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like your hand on the pen.
Yeah. It's tough, right? Like, I mean, in an industry where something has to be made off of one person's vision, if they did try to do it all themselves, it would take all of that man-hour that it took 100 or 200 people to make, but nobody has that much time.
Well,
right?
and everyone in the company must know, like, yo.
He's dead.
Hello, are we coming in clear?
I think we are. Chat's saying they see us.
Vector. Vector, can
I'm
you
here.
hear me, Vector?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Have we been fully taken offline by the Lale Lule Low?
God damn it, AI!
Lule Low. Lule Low.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw's space with a tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock.
Okay.
Wow.
Enough of that.
Don't walk away from me
Whew.
when I'm talking to
You thought we were done? We were not done. Vector, somehow we were cut off. The whole program crashed, but we're back now. Thank the maker.
Thank the maker.
I broke the internet.
Yeah, we were speaking too much truth.
I know.
But yeah, credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
You can check out Vector's videos. Where is that again? On
That is
YouTube?
youtube.com/deadvector, just like it's spelled. I also have links on the Twitch channel, and
Right.
just wanted to end with a bang and say thank you guys again for everything that you guys do. You guys are a huge inspiration, and the light that you shine,
Aw.
it carries me through the editing process.
Hell yeah.
Thanks. I'm so glad to hear that you like what we do here, and it's been really great having you on the
It's
last
been-
couple weeks.
Sorry.
Thank you guys. Yeah, it means the
It's
world to
been
me.
Great having you on the last couple weeks. Brian, you got it in my head now.
God. I hate, like, it's always what I'll think of whenever
My head's
somebody
already
just
congested
says
enough.
it's been and they don't have the next part of it loaded up. You can say, it's been 5 days since I've seen you, I won't think it. But if you go, it's been, I always, at that stop, go, it's been. So thank you, Dead
Thanks.
Vector. That was great,
Thank
man.
you, guys.
I love talking nitty-gritty of lore. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I will be back. I'm hard at work on the next video though, so
All
I'll
right.
see you guys.
Peace.
And we will piece
call.
back into. I was gonna take a little commercial break, but we kind of got the break we needed when the
Yeah, I
stream
guess
went
so,
down.
yeah.
I'm ready to start the what I think is like a main boss fight. I'm going in with 2 rocket launchers.
2.
I've got the sneaking suit on still. I don't have the big armored suit yet.
Okay.
Got to get my R&D level up.
Hey, we'll get there.
Probably not by the end of the game.
But no.
Time's running
That's
short.
like a second
Get
playthrough
over to
or
Peace
end of the
Walker's
game
hangar
kind of
now.
thing. Oh, so here we are. Oh wait, we didn't do this last week.
I don't remember.
Where was all the guys?
I really don't remember. Man, I don't even.
Because
what did
okay,
we
I
do
came in
last
here. I've got to do a totally different loadout
week?
because
Who even am I?
this I don't have the Mark 22. I've got 2 rocket launchers. We're not going to do that. We're not going to loud.
What's this?
So it's head to Peace Walker's hangar. I feel like we did this last week. Maybe I just didn't beat it.
Snake.
maybe. Yeah, I feel like maybe we did, and then you kept dying. And I don't remember. I don't really do. I don't know. I really don't. It happens to me when I stream too. I'm like, what the fuck did I do in this
What
game?
did we do last time? Yeah, well, we got all caught up talking
Shit.
about Metal Gear, talking about the Resident Evil game,
Shit.
or the Resident
The
Evil show.
I'm excited. I hope it gets a season 2. I really do.
Yeah, what do you think? Nothing yet.
I liked the tease at the end of or I guess in the final episode where they showed the BOW.
Oh, they showed a tyrant
Yeah.
in its tube previous in the episode, and then they kind of set that up to be the end.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, man. I genuinely, once I started watching it, I genuinely was gripped. I wanted to know what happened next at the end of every episode, and not in a stupid cliffhanger way. But you know what? This interesting like little turn, or I learned enough about something that now I want to see where they're gonna take this information. And I felt like they always used the end of the episode
Yeah.
really well.
It was never ever about Umbrella as much as this is. Like, this show is just about, more than anything, the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, and like the
Wesker's
predecessor.
Wesker is like a main character in it. As a guy working for Umbrella, like he did in
Yeah.
the games. It's like a double agent.
And so I
Whoops.
remember at first I'm like, I felt like, so here's another way where I felt, we talked about authenticity. Like, the game was authentic, or the show is authentic to the game, in that like, if I had a weird question, like, and Obi-Wan did this really good too. Like, why is this like this? That's not how I
Remember that.
That's not how it was told to me. There was an explanation. It's like, why the fuck is this guy working? Why would Albert Wesker be working for Umbrella again? So did they rewrite the story? Now it's like a whole new, different, fucking third, fourth, fucking Resident Evil world I have to worry about. It's
Yeah.
like, no. He just looks different.
These
It's
timelines
Resident
match
Evil.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's where I was like, oh, okay. It's like, no, here's something you didn't know about the character. Oh, okay. And now you know about this fucking thing. But man, and I'll say one more thing about this Resident Evil show. They make decisions with how to deal with certain things with characters, and like,
There's some crazy violent like
you know what I'm
split
talking
decisions
about,
with
right?
characters, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Sure, yeah.
I don't want to give too much away. I want to give the things that are going to make Resident Evil fans juicy for this. I don't want to give away details that are fucking badass to the plot. But it's not a safe show. It's not a show where they kind of like go through the motions and things just happen nicely so that they can get you to the end of their storyline. They go with character development and their consequences to actions.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot.
There's some stunning loss of life. You're like, oh shit, you're fucking shooting kids. Okay, all right, we're doing that. All right.
Yeah, yeah, dude. They were like, I think one of the first things was that there were kid zombies.
Yeah.
I saw kid zombies, and I'm like,
I saw
what
zombies
the fuck?
underwater, which made me think of the old Italian greats.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, there's little nods to like zombie cinema throughout this, you know? Even though they do that weird thing where they don't call them zombies in that whole show. They call them zeros. They never call them zombies.
Yeah, well, I think what's cool about this is that they're sort of trying to establish that the virus here is more of a virus thing, and it's not just because again we're talking about retconning.
Well, here, did Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes? Did they call them zombies, or like in the original Resident Evil, they're like, oh, you know, Jill calls them virus monsters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so plugged up. This sounds
man.
fucking
I'm
crazy.
so
I could hear. I sound like a fucking frog.
Female.
Let's just change this up. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Let me pitch it down, so we'll put a real male sound on it.
Hello, this is better. Yeah, that's better.
Oh god.
I'll clip it to my mustache. Yeah.
What's it doing?
Oh,
It's popping.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That picks me up.
They did call them zombies in Resident Evil 2. I remember in the Gendo Cunt Shop. Jesus, Brian.
Whoa!
Kendo
the
Gun
Cunt
Shop.
I love what Mr. Kendo does with his custom cunts. Gendo Ikari from
Cunt
the...
Shop.
Oh, you talking about Shinji's dad? Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he did it. He did it first.
Good. I added some timbre to my voice.
I like it. You sound very nice. Like
Still very
well.
plugged, very congested, very.
You sound like Iron Giant.
The pressure is on. Oh, like Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
Hey, little lady. Hey, you're the prettiest interviewer I've ever seen. Why don't you come sit in my lap? My name's Vin Diesel.
Pop.
I am Groot.
But I think Kendo does say the whole town was infested with zombies.
Okay, they call him out.
So, but yeah, I mean, even still, I feel like as it went on and what they're trying to say now is that they're like bioweapons and that
Zeros.
Like, yeah. So the zero thing is like, I mean, they explain it in the show. It's like they're not. It's not that they're like living dead. It's that they like an override switch occurred. And so now they feed off of this thing, but like maybe it affects their brain differently, and over time there may be some sort of growth or evolution because, and that's what I think they're setting up here is that with this outbreak.
Oh yeah, they are definitely setting up a thing where, like, there's communication between the
yeah, or
the
more
undead.
Yeah, or there's like an evolution past just the zombies and the BOWs, which is all what they did in the game. Like any of the tyrants were BOWs.
The comic Walking Dead did a good job of doing that too, evolving the zombies throughout the years, and
Yeah.
throughout the seasons. They would act different in the winter. They would act different in the summer. And then, like 10 years in, most of them are so rotted out. They don't pose much of a threat.
Oh.
The comic really did a good job of like, speaking of main character aging, like with Judge Dredd and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that before. That was cool to learn. Judge Dredd.
Oh my god.
Wow. But yeah, I think.
Oh, look who I found.
Ooh, looky,
Who are
looky.
you?
I got Hooky.
Was that Raiden? He had fun. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck it, he's dead.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Let me just scare him. Look over there.
I'm over here now.
Did he hear that? No, he's coming my way.
My way. When I say
Might as well lead him right to me.
I'm in control.
Okay. Here we go. Easy. Nice and easy, Brian. That's how we
Zap
do.
'em.
That's how we do things downtown.
Zap him in the culo.
In the culo.
Yeah, dude.
Ay Dios mío.
Imagine getting zapped right in the culo.
Bzz. Some people pay money for that. That's a custom job.
Custom culo.
You know what? I'm gonna hit him in the butt.
Yeah?
One in the butt. And you too.
Going to alert status.
Uh-oh. That might have been an accident.
Maintain heightened alert.
That's not good. That's bad. Ah. Look, his shield is clipping through the... Oh, here we go. Think I could get him now?
Yes.
What's that?
Oh, he saw me.
Is someone there?
No.
Right in the arm. Give it some time.
Nobody on the left.
One.
No, moving on your left. You can hit him in the head.
That, I don't know if that got. I don't know if that went.
The enemy's
Ooh.
He saw you.
Oh shit. Why is it not working?
CQC.
I'm holding it. He's got a shield though.
Oh.
Doesn't work.
Understood. Eliminate
Whoops.
all hostiles.
Whoa. Okay, let's go to rock and roll.
Full tilt 50 grenade.
Yes, sir. Good idea. Brian,
Fuck you.
Brian, you're the best coach I ever had.
Fuck you.
Holy shit. Oh!
Ooh, he's
Twelve
got a
gauge.
shotgun. I'm surprised these NPCs have faces.
He's got a mustache. Okay. Fuck it, he's dead. Oh! 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 Hey there. Okay. Oh, I don't want to do this all again. Oh shit, Brian, this is not good.
You got this? Still got a ration equipped?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fight my way through. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Did you ever get a... Oh, fuck, maybe not time to ask you. That's...
There's one sitting right behind you.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have not had time for, like, half of the shit
Oh,
I
in the
bought
box.
lately.
You haven't even opened it.
No, not yet.
Because I remember I thought you had mentioned that you would put a reservation in, but you were still waiting to get your thing, and I think you
gotta
got it.
equip another one.
Another one.
Another one. Shit!
Out of grenades.
No, I got 6 left, but they weren't goddamn hitting.
Now they're in the corridor.
I did it before.
Oh,
I think they
come
block
on.
it.
Shields.
Shields block it.
There you go. It's behind him now. Fuck you. That didn't work either. Fuck.
I don't know.
Fuck these guys.
Hightail it. Everyone's dead up here. I'll just go around.
Yeah, drop down.
I'm counting on you, Brian. Okay, shit. Total blockage, Brian. Both nostrils. Full
block.
That did not work.
No. What are we supposed to do here?
Have a soda. Oh, no.
Lime soda?
Let's go with some more grenades, bounce it off the wall. Smoke! Oh no, I don't have any. Chaff? Maybe that interrupts their... Well, they don't have radar.
I can't believe that doesn't work.
I think it's this elevator I gotta call. Yeah. No?
No.
No? Oh, it's this shit. Ah! Oh, God damn it. Thank God. Oh, Brian, that was tough.
I mean, customary. Customary gameplay.
What time is it? 8:16.
You want to do another,
I'm closing up. Yeah. Answer another Discord. I'm going to take this stupid game.
The other one, I've seen you in the calling queue for 2 weeks.
I'm going to get a soda. Hold on.
Hello. Get a soda. What up? How you doing?
Loyal to the end.
I'm doing all right.
Hell yeah.
But your silence was exactly the answer.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
10 years ago,
Turn it up a little.
your mission.
Shit. Hell yeah. Garrett's getting a soda. He's back.
Oh, what's
He
up?
getting his...
Was to be
He's back.
How's it going?
Hey there.
Hey now.
It's going good.
We're just reminiscing about the time we killed our mentor on screen.
Thanks to you.
Again, Jesus.
The final
Guy won't stop fucking talking.
They
about
show
it.
it to you a lot, yeah.
And thus the boss is restored to life as the mammal part.
How's the hay fever treating you over on the other side of the world there?
Yeah, how's the dead of winter?
I haven't gotten sick, surprisingly.
Yeah, well, if only I was sick, there would be some medicine to heal me, but this is just my usual allergy reaction.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. You sound a little snubbly.
It's like a toss-up, you know. One day a month, I'm hit with major annoyances.
Do you have Vicks Vapor Rub over there?
You know, nothing works. Over the years, I've tried so many different things, prescription things, over-the-counter shit.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing that works is when my nose is running, I shove toilet paper up each nostril, and I look like a real piece of work.
Maybe your septum is too large.
Yeah, it was great with the mask mandates because then I would just have that going on up in my nose and I'd have the mask on, no one could tell. But then, like,
Is my
that'll
brother?
continue, and then I'll have, like, sneezing attacks in the middle of that. And then, like, at the end of the day, this happens. It just goes full blockage, and the pressure starts to build, you know? That's the unfortunate part where I need to go to bed, and then in the morning, I'll be clear. I'll be right as rain. You know what I'm saying? It's all resolved by morning. I don't know what it is.
Only about America and Russia now.
Nothing like that though over where you are. I think it's the pollen.
No,
I was out doing yard work.
It's gotta be it.
Yeah, probably pollen. Yeah, or sinusitis.
I don't think it's the puppy.
No.
That little devil.
The menace. Do you want to show off, Brian? There's a lovely photo on my keyboard.
Staring at it. His little kid. Little peon over here.
Put it on maybe there's more light.
Yeah, there's
on
more
this
light on that. I have to use this web browser.
It's a
as my light
Polaroid,
source.
so there. I gotta get some light.
Look
on
how
it.
cute his ears are. Don't you see? Look
Yeah,
at him.
the other litter mates,
You buddy.
their ears already popped up and his ears are staying down. Puppy bone.
Hell yeah. That's cute as shit.
Aw.
So he might just stay ears down forever.
I like
Maybe.
Yeah, we wouldn't care. We would not mind.
First of all, I want to say that I've sent some more goodies your way.
Oh, goodies? Are there any goodies
I have.
that Sean could have?
I am so fucking happy.
There are.
So fucking happy.
This time it's not.
Fucking happy.
It's not art related this time. I've sent a hamper full of Australian snacks for you. So we
that's awesome.
you got some Tim Tams in there, got some Twisties, a
we
tin
love
of
it.
Milo.
So fucking happy.
So
I'm
I
not
trust
gonna let
that
Sean
Lord
take all the
Givey as
goodies.
well.
I'm gonna make sure, Brian, you get some goodies. We get some PPS goodies.
Oh yeah.
I was just asked that. I said, make sure that Brian gets some.
Yeah, I'll
'cause I
tell
feel
Sean.
terrible.
If you're looking for the goodies, then keep looking, cause
Stay in the jar.
you know what I'm putting down, Brian.
Yeah, dude, I play Ciara all the time on KLBR. I should play that music video. That music video hot as shit, except for I think she was 16 when she did it, so maybe never mind. Maybe I should.
Say what?
I don't know, man. You remember that time in '99 to like 2003 where it was like 16, 17-year-olds doing like unnecessarily sexual shit in their music videos?
Well, yeah, like when you were also 14.
Well, yeah, when I was appropriate age.
You were looking at Britney Spears at 17.
Yeah, but she was 17, man. Anyway, that's not why you called the other
The
one.
90s, the 90s, man.
Thank you for sending stuff in.
Self-defense system online.
Yeah,
Now,
I can't wait to receive it.
Oh, awesome. I had to address it to Rocco because the website went on, like, I had to put in a name and it wouldn't accept just the business name. I had to put in a first and last name, so I just put Rocco Bodie on there, and I think, I hope that
listen,
works.
Goodbye. I guess we're not getting shit now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you tried.
You should have written Mega 64.
Oh, look at that. Or Garrett Hunter.
I should have done that, shouldn't I?
He'll bring because
we'll get it on the. Kevin gets all that stuff
Yeah,
at the PO
Kevin will
box, and then he checks it in to the podcast. We got a whole system, baby. I'm just fucking around. Yeah. But I guess passed the mission. The other one, I didn't know how I did it. I didn't know.
You got to the end, bro.
This is affecting how I can pronounce words now, even.
That sucks.
I know. Could you imagine this happened like on the live tour? Like if I don't have that many lines, but still,
it would have been a bummer.
It never happens when like I'd absolutely like need it to not happen.
But that's all right.
But
I did have a reason for calling in.
Took all kinds of shit to try to make it go away. Nothing does it. Yeah. What was the reason? Not to discuss my, now it's the lack thereof.
And today they're gonna start
Some people are into snot, perverts. Not you.
Finally say goodbye to the scrap heap.
I resent that remark. Now, I went to an emo night a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, shouts out. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And I ripped off the makeup that you did for Strife.
Oh, I think I heard about this, or I saw a photo. Did I tweet a photo? Or like that tweet?
I did a photo on the subreddit saying that I jacked your makeup there, but I might I'll send a photo if you want. But
or Johnny showed it to me, or somehow I saw that photo. Yeah, that was awesome. I didn't even. I think you wore it better than me. I'm gonna just say it. I love the Strife character, and I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and to see that come up again,
I have to give
hell yeah.
full credit to my friend who did the makeup, and we didn't have red eyeshadow, so we used lipstick.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta improvise sometime. That's the true art.
We did improvise, and I went and bought as much stupid bullshit chains and went full Chris Angel, and I was just jingling all over the place because I had nothing but chains on me. Half of them broke towards the end of the night.
You want to jangle and jingle, and I think it reminds me of Stevie Nicks. She had long scarves and necklaces and beads and bracelets, bangles even. Accessorize. That's what I love about that Strife character. Has the big ringed belt. I can never wear that at any other point, other than going out to Sabat.
I'm so fucking
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's still full.
I'm always gonna ask because I just assume it's gonna close.
Dude, no way. the seed will never die. Goths are undead, so
yeah, they just migrate. It's like vampires.
Shouts out Linda E.
Strife
Shouts out
is
Robin Roth.
Dude, we should do
Stripe
a
is
goth
amazing to
stream.
me because,
Love it.
oh, dude, you should. But the fact that you are the I guess the non-actor out of the group of Mega 64, like you weren't in the theater class in high school.
Yeah.
But watching that Firefall video, like all the others, like yeah, they were all fucking around, but you just went to a place.
Yeah, no,
Well-
you saw real Garrett.
No, I was acting as well, you guys. I'm just, you know, very in tune with that character, that persona. You know,
It's the persona underneath.
No, it's the persona that I am parodying because being in that kind of community,
I know, yeah.
you get to see that
Yeah.
for real. You know?
No, it was exactly what they did with Typo Negative with like Black Number One, where he was like, "I'm making fun of all these people, and they all loved me." And I'm like, "Guys, don't you realize I'm fucking making fun of
Because
you?"
they love it. Like goths have a good sense of humor too.
They
like,
do because it's funny.
You know, I embrace like at Sabat. There's always this dude with you know, the fans that you open.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
at Comic-Con,
lace fans. And
Doc Ryan had one of those lace fans. He kept
Yeah.
opening it,
Yeah.
and it snaps open. You know, Rocket told a story about this girl in line for the elevator, and she snapped her fan.
Jesus.
There's
Christ.
this dude at Sabat, and always, dude, to the beat of the fucking song, you can hear his ass snapping that fucking fan open.
That's
And
great.
he's the fucking fan dance man. He's always
Fan
there.
dance?
He's always fucking fan dancing for fucking like 12 years that I've been going. You know,
Hell
he's
yeah.
always there, popping them.
Dude, I
It's
want
like-
to go to Goth Night.
It's like a girl with a bunch of necklaces on. They
Yeah.
jingle. It's you're attracted to it. You're like, oh, look at that. It jiggles in time with the music.
Yeah.
Jingle, jangle, jingle.
It's been a long time since I've done the
Fan.
black fingernails. You know, the full-on like full sleeve.
What do
you
we
know.
do? Like a stream? Like a PBS?
Yeah, dude, let's
a
do
goth
a
night?
PBS. We'll put on the eyeshadow. I'll fucking
For Resident Evil?
get
for
the fucking black lipstick out.
Or no, it's Silent Hill 3 this
Please.
week. I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Get the
So-
fishnets.
How I've never been to an emo night. Like what kind of
Wolverines.
music what bands
It-
did you hear in the playlist?
The music was all mid-aughts, like mall goth, so a lot of My Chem, a lot of Panic at the Disco.
Okay.
Bring Me the Horizon, I think Falling in Reverse, like a lot of just
Okay.
Tumblr, like in the very early inception, like this is shit you'd know.
Yeah.
By the time they got to the point where they started playing 303 and Metro Station, we were like, all right, I think we're done.
Yeah. You've had enough.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I'm glad that the makeup inspired you. I liked what
too.
you what you did with it.
Thank you. Like I felt quite happy in myself, and then when I actually
Good.
got there, I saw some of the lengths that some people went to, and I felt a bit self-conscious. I thought, oh man, like they went like nuts with
Oh yeah.
they're wearing like corsets and like damn.
When I would go out to Sabat, I would go like very minimal, you know,
Yeah,
like
me too.
I'm pretty much always wearing black, but I would just kind of wear black, but I'd maybe dress up like in a button down or collared shirt.
Sure.
Maybe I'd put a tie on.
Yeah, I liked your kind of like goth professional look that you had for a bit. That was quite see sometimes.
But the ladies that come out in makeup and dresses and corsets and like crazy fucking boots and like, you know, hats off to almost the cosplay that goes into the being into the scene.
It's 100% cosplay. I think anybody who thinks it's not doesn't get it.
That's half the fun, dude.
Yeah, it's the pageantry. It's like it's not that I'm so emo that I can't enjoy this world. It's that
any alternative scene kind of has its own interesting expressionism through its wardrobe.
Yeah, and I feel like emo is sort of like this on the surface addressing that feeling of sadness. Like, how do we exert that externally from a distance that, like, you know, the world we live in is morose and it's got such a fucking negative feel to it. But we're almost kind of like emo, the people who really, I feel like, started the movement, it was sort of like we're doing this more as the statement to remind people of the ugliness of the world because they laugh more than anybody else. Like when me and my friends were emo, that's also when we found Jackass and found all of the fucking like funny debauchery shit that started us getting into more metal type stuff. and it was because we were
See,
sitting
I
there
never
trying
listened.
to
I
find
like
happiness.
I skipped over emo.
So did I.
Because around that time, like all those bands you mentioned are names I've heard of.
Yep.
But I haven't heard any songs.
I was
Maybe
too
some My
young
Chemical
for
Romance
emo.
songs, but- What's that?
When My Chemical Romance was at its peak, I think I would have been like 11, so
Oh,
I
so
was
that hit for
just
you.
a little too young for it.
You know what? That for me, for my generation, that was grunge music. So it was like The Offspring and Nirvana, and you know those fucking hit hard when I was like, boom, middle school, right when you're getting into rock and roll. I think as a teenager.
Yeah.
It's like that's your first impression thing, and God, I still love all of that music still.
That's good.
Well, it's been great talking to you.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, it's been great talking to you as well.
Hell yeah.
I hope your nose clears up soon.
Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be great. I'm gonna go to bed. Sometimes when I eat, it'll like resolve itself for the duration of the meal, and then it goes back to normal. But I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna get in bed. I'm gonna fall back and let all of this drain into the back of my throat.
What the fuck?
I know, it's the fucking raw truth here on the Poorly Played stream. It's disgusting, isn't it?
Hell yeah, dude.
But I'm gonna wake up refreshed, hydrated, because I will have recycled my own fluids.
What the fuck?
Marker placed.
All right, thanks.
Thanks,
Good talking to you.
All right, see ya.
That was gross, Brian. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Look at, I got so much shit I
don't
can
know
make,
either.
dude.
That was a nice call, and honestly, the chat I think lit up when we even suggested the idea of a PPS emo night. So I think we might have to do some emo shit coming up soon, man. I'll get.
Well,
the fucking,
can we do a goth night? I'm not really into the emo thing.
PPS
you know?
goth night, not emo night.
The emo thing isn't really my scene.
No, we'll do a goth night.
Let's just say fuck the copyright.
Yeah, dude,
we're
we're
playing Bauhaus.
We're gonna fucking bring the hair over. We'll look at some video. You know, you'll help me out with the hairstyling.
Sometimes if I shock my system, yeah, do it to the side like that, Brian.
Like
that
a
looks
big
good.
old like side.
Big old side.
All of it on one side like Rihanna.
We'll do
an
corpse
umbrella.
paint on you.
Then yeah, we'll do corpse paint.
Sometimes if I shock the system with a little flaming hot, something spicy.
Yeah.
That will pop everything out, but I'm gonna suck on these flaming hot limon flavored.
Just talk about how fucking shit
Spits.
sucks.
I got some spits here,
yeah,
Brian.
you gotta bring all your hair to one side of your head. That's the trick.
I hope everyone's enjoying the live broadcast.
Got the spits.
Those are good. I just go to the 99 store and I get whatever they got.
Flaming hot limon, sunflower spits. Spitting on my enemies, taking shits like Johnny Sasaki in the barrel. MGS4, motherfucker, you know.
Don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you.
Okay, that kind of worked.
Did it?
I think it
shocked.
shocked.
Yeah, flaming hot.
Oh yeah, and limon. You know, these are two.
Oh yeah, you need that citric acid.
These are ancient Aztec cures that, people, forget ancient medicines. There's not medicine man walking around, downtown San Diego during Comic-Con.
That's true.
There probably was.
How are those?
Some guy
actually?
passing out DMT.
I
What's
feel
up?
Like, I feel like what I'd be worried about with those is that they would get. Well, I'm sure they
Help
taste
yourself.
great.
There's a trash can under here for spits.
What I'm worried about is that I would get to a point
I
where
just
it
want
was,
the heat to kind of clear me out.
yeah, like too spicy. That's what I'd be concerned with because I
Never
like to,
too spicy, dude. It's
dude,
never
when
too spicy.
when I'm at home with sunflower seeds, I just sit there. I'll clear a whole bag in like an hour. It's easy for me to eat.
I save it for driving, or I'll burn a fucking hole in my tongue. That's usually why I tap out.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm worried this will burn an even bigger hole in my tongue than the normal sunflower seeds. Let's see.
Have a taste, have a sip. Okay, go to the next mission. Oh my god. What are we at? What time is it? Because now I don't have an accurate measurement of.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
We
Peace Walker,
basically
here's the
died
fucking
at
battle.
1 hour.
Peace Walker's active, and it's
No, I didn't die. I got to the end.
targeting you,
The,
Snake.
the stream
Better
died
find a way
at
to
1
stop
hour.
it
Oh,
quick.
okay, cool. My lips are chapped AF though right now. Mission prep. We gotta bring the big money, the big guns. Let's up lime soda. Did I get that new thing yet? No, not yet. CZ soda. I don't know what the difference. Some other kind of soda.
Crazy. It's crazy soda.
Oh shit! Now we got 3. All S tier. One weighs considerable more. Oh, and it has less. I think the answer right here though is there's less ammo. So I should stick to the
Well,
law.
one might be guided and one might not.
True dat. Let's try our hand at the first 2. Oh, Brian, we were gonna stay and work on music, but I told you before we started, I was like, yo, I gotta get out of here after.
I feel
But
you.
we're coming close on that song.
We are. We laid down. We laid down a
Final vocal.
pretty good final vocal. I listened to it again after you sent it to me.
Oh, the
I think
email?
I listened to it this morning.
Yeah, I haven't adjusted. Like, we got to go through all the tracks and like adjust volumes, equalize, then add. I think I want to add some samples still, like we said. Tweak some things. Some things I don't like where it's like, ooh, we'll hide it because I don't like that.
Yeah.
This way, we'll do this.
I'm even fine.
We're at that stage, but I almost want to start on like the other song that we abandoned. Go back to that too.
That might be cool.
Maybe finish like 3 at the same time. Like fine tune 3 of them. I don't know.
I'm already thinking about.
We got to do something with Colin. We got to get Colin back in here. He can play the guitar, Brian.
Yeah. Something with guitar and bass in the next one.
He messaged me. Did I tell you that?
I'd be down.
We're
That
keeping
kid
our fingers crossed. It was cool.
That guy was very nice.
Okay, I think I'm good to go in. Oh my god. My head's gonna pop like in that Scanners clip. You know, I saw that referenced in Wayne's World before I saw the film Scanners.
Me too.
Isn't that weird how that shit happened?
I saw so much shit in,
on The Simpsons too, that one was at?
Words out of my mouth.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say I saw so many things referenced on The Simpsons or Looney Tunes before I saw the movie.
Sorry, I always jump on the punchline.
No punchline there. I love when we're on the same page.
Paige Van Zandt.
Dude, don't even get me started.
Quite the athlete. Oh, we haven't done our update. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
And now, with a rampage,
Self-defense
here's
system
Kenny
online.
Ward Abu Chakra to give you the raw smackdown. 905.
Oh, yeah.
Last week, was that the barbed wire everywhere match?
Last week was the barbed wire everywhere match with the Painmaker.
Yeah, Jericho.
Get his name right, Brian. It
Which
was
is dumb.
It was a weird gimmick, but man,
Oh, yeah.
watching him try to cut his leg open for like 30 seconds while the cameraman didn't cut away from him, and then he's like handing the razor blade to Aubrey. It was like, oh, this is awkward. But
it was
that was a fun match.
It was fun, yeah. The Jericho matches are always fun. They may not be like the most technical sound, but they take you on a fun journey. And Jericho's good at that. And this was a weird finish. I don't know why they had Kingston lose here. It was almost set up to. I guess with it being the Painmaker, it's still not Chris Jericho, so he can come back and say like, I saw the problem with you, Jericho. We never settled it.
Gonna make you bleed, Chris.
He did immediately.
I'm gonna make you bleed.
I thought he was great.
Yeah, it was good.
But
Supply markers.
I think it was a decent match. I didn't really understand the finish line. Have Eddie Kingston lose, but then be the guy who's like comes out on top at the end. But I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean sometimes like I'm not paying attention to the outcome. It's like, did I enjoy the match?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I could just say I watched Death Before Dishonor, the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and I really enjoyed, because I'm a big Deeb head, the Serena Deeb and Marina Martinez bout. That was for the championship. Every match was for a championship.
Yeah, it was.
And they were all really fun. Right off the fucking bat. Daniel Garcia Wheeler Yuta was fucking good.
Dude, of course it is. Both of those guys are such
phenomenal technical. super bloody,
like 23, 24.
super violent, I should say. And then you got Regal on mic, and he's so fucking debonair.
He
But
does a great job of calling the action.
yeah, I really liked the Dean fight. I liked what other match? What was the final? Oh, the Briscoes versus FTR was
That was the final.
awesome. It
That
was
was the
so
main.
long. I've never seen a match. This is my first 3 falls.
Oh, first to 3 falls match.
Never seen anything other than single.
Or best out of 3. That's cool. That's really okay. I've been meaning to sit down and watch it because I know Claudio Castagnoli has a title match for the World Championship in that. I know
right off the bat, first
match.
That was great, right off the bat.
I think that's cool because he's really a dude who
liking
deserves that status.
John Grisham's cool. The mask is weird. The fights with who's Tiger Style? Lee Moriarty.
Yeah.
I really like Lee, and I thought John Grisham was like a really good matchup for him.
Yeah.
So I liked seeing him up against Claudio.
Yeah.
It was all good.
It was great wrestling, I bet. I mean, it's ROH because like old ROH.
But dude, I'm excited for, I don't even know old ROH, but like it just felt like a nice
Good
extension of AEW. Oh, also another entrance with, what's the dude with the boys? You always said I'd like him, and I do.
Yeah, well, he looks like Eric. Eric with long hair and a mustache. God, why can't I think Dalton Castle?
Dalton Castle and the boys.
So good.
2 of the boys have names now, Brian.
They do? Oh, wow. I love Dalton Castle. I don't watch a lot of their matches, but I mean, that guy,
He's a worker.
he's a great performer.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, for real. I had a good time. And I'm looking forward to, I was going to say, there's a Danhausen match, I believe,
This
versus Ricky Starks.
Yeah, absolute.
So I've really appreciated, obviously, Danhausen, but also Ricky's been fucking killing it. Him and Powerhouse.
Yeah.
Were great. Powerhouse, dude, seeing Hobbs walk into that bar after the Vegas show, and it was just like, whoa.
He's a big fucking dude.
Why isn't he wearing overalls? This is weird.
Yeah, you're so used to him in his ring attire, but he's genuinely a huge dude. He's getting super comfortable talking.
Yeah,
his in-ring work is explosive. He and Starks work really well
looks
together.
fucking great.
Yeah,
he looks fucking good on camera.
Yes.
Looks good in the ring.
Now, by the time we came to air last week, they still hadn't been the Vince McMahon announcements.
No, I found out during Comic-Con. Johnny was telling me, he's like reading the dirt rags or whatever the fuck
Dirt
you call
sheets.
it. Dirt sheets. This is gross. I'm gonna spit seeds into my cup. But Vince McMahon stepped down. Stephanie McMahon, now CEO across the board, in charge of entertainment, WWE.
Co-CEO with Nick Khan.
The
of WWE.
torch has been passed. Who's Nick Khan?
Nick Khan is another guy who's helping him run WWE. Like,
Okay.
On the executive board side. But yeah, so Vince is not on the board anymore. They're selling majority of their stock out. Like they are.
I saw something that said like this was reported in financial papers.
Oh yeah.
Which means that they're going after the business financially and not like in another way. I don't know what that.
Oh, you're talking about the payouts were his personal payouts affected the value of the company.
Well, the first place this was reported was like I don't know. Maybe I'm conflating something else too, but yeah. What is the actual thing that's like? Is he saying why he's stepping down? Is it because of? Is it a paralegal or someone that took payoff money is accusing him of sexual harassment?
Well, there were a few allegations and they were found to be credible or whatever, but and then it was
because they took a payout.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know exactly how all the details of that part of it, but then once they were found to be credible, shortly after.
Because then Vince started going like on TV every night and like saying the slogan for the show and like really kind of showing his face, right? Like,
I mean, he's
that's
always
right.
there, yeah. So, yeah, I think what ended up happening is he tweeted that he, after 77, he was going to step down as CEO, and then yeah,
He's not giving a real
retiring.
definite reason other than I'm just retiring.
He said, yeah,
This is just me retiring.
pretty much.
No admission, no
No,
acknowledgement.
nothing. Just I'm retiring after 7 years, then now forever. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, now he's like, he wrote a bunch of stuff right for Raw. He wrote a bunch of stuff for this week's Raw, but who knows what they changed before they went to air.
Is Triple H and Stephanie, they're still married, right?
So now Triple H is in charge of creative in WWE. So he's doing what Vince's old guy Bruce Pritchard was doing.
Okay, I've heard that name.
So he's now basically in charge of where the stories go in WWE. And
Okay.
Stephanie is co-CEO with this guy Nick Khan. And
They're gonna be just like, okay.
yeah.
So Triple H is creative, but Stephanie's co-CEO.
She's always been more on the executive side.
Okay.
Even though she had a good she was a good on-camera talent too.
Who's Triple H pushing? Roman Reigns is the big guy.
Triple
they
H,
got?
I don't know who he hasn't been to work in like months. He had like a medical problem.
What did he get?
No real details. Just something with his heart. Like
That's not good.
something happened, stress or whatever, and there wasn't a lot of details.
The old ticker, huh?
Yeah, it's weird, man. It was WWE over the last year was weird. Like Shane McMahon worked there at the beginning of the year. He was like fired because the Royal Rumble didn't do so well.
Well, that's not Shane's fault,
No,
is it?
well, I guess he was put in charge of it, is what they were saying. A lot of people have been speculating that WWE is trying to sell itself, like, to see if anybody will buy it.
I mean, they must feel the pressure from like how fucking good AEW. At least me being like fanning out now for AEW. It just seems like a lot of people are into that flavor of wrestling over the old product. You know what I mean?
It's hard. That's the thing. It's hard. It's hard to say because WWE is also attracting more than it ever has, and it's had its highest earnings. And
Maybe it's a younger audience.
I mean, yeah. That's the thing. It's a revolving door. It's endless summer.
We like these guys we saw that came from like the indies.
Yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be people coming from the indies and people who watch them and now they're indie darlings. But they didn't want to do any indie. They let go of most of the indie connections that they had. And that's why a lot of them came to AEW.
Right. So we're talking about people leaving and coming and going, like Vince. Stephanie now she's back after announcing
she
she
stepped
needed
down.
she needed to step down for family. She's back now. Also, I mean, you haven't seen the Ring of Honor Claudio versus John Grisham match, but I heard something about a certain someone wanting to leave the company.
Yeah, I guess John Grisham was really upset about the booking of the match.
So you know all about that.
Yeah.
It's not really a surprise of where that match was going to go for someone like you either, Brian.
Well, I didn't know that until after I'd seen that Claudio.
Okay.
And
So
he deserves to win, but I don't know what the whole.
I think so too, but John Grisham is now like apparently like left right after that match. Came out to different music. Johnny told me he came out without the mask on, which I didn't really notice until I watched it the second time. I was like, oh yeah.
He came out with that. Grisham.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he wore it.
That octopus thing. It looks like Cthulhu.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
It's kind of cool the promo stuff, but
yeah.
I
There's
don't know,
also rumors of Raw going TV-14 for the first time ever since the Attitude Era ended. Like they've been in PG.
Oh, well,
wow. So it means more
yeah, I mean,
edgy
they've
content.
been bleeding and cursing and getting fucking crazy on fucking
Yeah,
dubs.
because it
target
happened
audience
all
is us.
over again. It's like you watch WWE was doing wrong, except for they have the money to keep going, where Turner didn't with WCW, and he bought into it hoping that it would be like Vince's thing, but then he let the wrestlers run it. And the wrestlers paid themselves.
Who is main creative though? Tony Khan?
Tony Khan is main creative of AEW right now. He writes pretty much all the stories.
Which is just like his childhood dream, probably.
Yeah, he's booking ROH and AEW, and he's booking them better than Raw and SmackDown, as two opposite brands have ever been. Like, you know when it's an ROH segment, you're like, I have to watch ROH to see this match, but I'll see it on AEW. Likewise, you see some AEW stuff on ROH shit.
I pissed her off. She's storming.
She's
storming. I know. I remember last week I said like we're gonna get the PS Vita going, or we're gonna get the what is it? The PSP Go here.
Yes.
And then Brian's gonna help me. I thought I could get that working. Turns out, didn't work out.
It's alright.
I thought if I got the the PS3 and the PSP Go on the same Wi-Fi, which I got an older Wi-Fi signal in here. I connected it. They're both on the same shitty temporary like network.
Yeah.
It didn't work out so well. There's no way I can search in the HD version and it goes online, and it actually found someone playing in like Brazil.
Oh, I wonder if maybe I brought my PS.
I think we would have to do that.
We did last time.
Maybe we did that last time, and I didn't do it all portable. Or we'd have to have two portables and you do it in ad hoc. Not infrastructure mode. Excuse me.
I wonder what my file looks like on that old
So close.
I wonder if it's even there. Wow.
Oh, you missed, motherfucker. Okay, going. Ah, shit. Take a drink. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whip that. Ah, stomping. I shouldn't have killed the boss. Her AI's pissed. Fuck you, Jack. Okay, I can throw some grenades. Don't fire the rocket launcher. Oh shit. Look at that. Perfect dodge. See if those are any good. I don't think those are doing anything. Supply. Wait. Supply marker.
They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Killer DLS in the chat brings up something I think is really cool. Like, I love the Young Bucks.
Yes.
I'm not even tired of them because they keep getting the titles and making the next person who gets it off of them seem like the biggest team. You know?
They're like putting people over.
Which is what they should do with the titles. And you know, they keep losing it in a way that makes sense and in a way that's like credible to the people who need them. It's their company. Nobody gives a fuck if they look shitty. They don't. Least of all them.
Yeah, I'm always happy when the Young Bucks are on screen.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks.
I like how they chase when they're chasing the titles, their face. When they have the titles, their heel.
Yeah.
And it works so well because then the babyface champion like Luchasaurus and fucking
Jungle
Boy can go on this fucking like great tear afterwards as these Paragon champions. And then, you know, they can break up and kind of have a singles run on their own now and still be reunited and roll together against Christian Cage.
Brian, this reminds me. Yeah, the Christian Cage thing is great. If they're setting that up, that's a great team. Right. I want to say that out at Comic-Con, I, thanks to my dear friend Aaron Margolin out there, working over near the Jazzwares booth, we did hear that the AEW stars CM Punk, my favorite Jade Cargill.
Oh, yeah, they were there.
Darby Allin, and then I even got to see Orange Cassidy the closest. They all came by to check out like figures that they had made. Really cool AEW's figures that Jazzwares makes.
Yeah.
I always see them at Book Off whenever I go, and I got to see all of them checking out their figures. I got some like cool photos. Me, Johnny, and Derek were there and did that. One of the days during Comic-Con, and I think the highlight of the con for me was when we were leaving from where we were kind of like gawking and seeing Punk and Jade. Oh, I'm fucking knocked out. Shit, I hope he doesn't blame them. I walked past Orange Cassidy when he was coming into the booth, like as security was taking him in, and he just made eye contact. We both have the aviators on, I could tell, but he saw me, and I gave him just a little thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
You know, I felt like it was, I felt like it was the appropriate call and response. He didn't get it back, but I think, we passed so quickly. Like, I wouldn't have seen it if he did. But he saw it. That's all I'm saying. Goddamn it. He saw it. He's just too cool.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah,
He's too cool.
Wet Hot American Summer or whatever it's called. That character.
You fucking guy!
I think you can hit him anywhere.
Fuck this guy! He's gonna hit you right in the...
Oh, he's got an AI in the front.
Front, back AI. There's a mammal pod and a reptile pod, and I don't know, a bunch of pods.
There you go.
Boom, baby! Peace Papa! That's what they called me back home. Operation Peace Popper.
There you go.
What the fuck?
That's pretty cool that you got to see a couple of those wrestlers in person out of the ring.
Yeah, and it made me really confident. And it's like, God damn it! Like Darby Allin looks my size on the screen.
No, dude, that guy's
I think he is. Not even short. I just think yeah. I just think that I'm as big as some of these WWE stars. Not weight-wise, but I can start packing on some fucking pounds. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, you
start training.
And you don't even need to. I mean, yeah, you got Zack Sabre Jr. looking almost like your exact same body type. You know, like Darby Allin's probably what I would say.
Seeing Darby fly and do the things he does, and to see that he walked on 2 feet, roll in a wheelchair, was like, what the fuck? That gave me a lot of confidence, thinking like, okay, cool, like,
he's 5'8".
He's a lot younger than me.
CM Punk would be the tallest, and I think
CM Punk is thick though. He's a 200-pound boy. I can't get over 160 on a fucking soaking wet day.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know I'm trying, bro. You know I'm trying.
Zack Sabre Jr.
This is the face-off I love. You know, Big Boss versus the nuclear-armed sentient AI. Damn, I forgot this thing does all 4 like quad walk. Oh fuck! It's not even its final form, right?
At all.
Was it shaking its head almost like, like Cyber Ninja pounding its head against the fucking ground as you damage it, kind of like a similarity there? You see that?
Right.
See that?
He's outside now,
Hold on a sec.
Yeah, is Hans there?
He's outside now, come back.
Yeah, yes, I am at the payphone right now.
Okay.
I will, when is good time to call him back?
Later this evening, please.
Hans says for me to call him very soon.
Okay.
He says to talk to him now. I should talk to Hans now.
Okay, I'll get him.
I'll wait.
It's okay to, laugh at German accents. They were Nazis, right? Hurry! She says,
Hans?
hurry,
Hi,
he's at a
it's
payphone.
Igor, Hans.
Oh, Igor.
Hi, how are you?
Alright.
I am at the payphone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I am on my way to your house right now. I had some trouble at the home. I will be there in about 25 minutes. Will you have my bed ready?
Your what ready?
My bed? My sleeping quarters?
You must have the wrong number.
Here is Hans.
Sorry?
Hans, Herr Hans.
You must have the wrong number.
Hans, stop playing around with this Scheiße. Let me know.
Let me know.
Hans?
Who are you?
This is Igor, Hans. I want to sleep with you.
Igor who?
I want to free your sparrow. Free your sparrow.
I want to free. Oh, this is a mini
I want
game.
to. Whoa.
Based on how fucking hard I tap, I run or dodge. So I outran him on the first go, but I need to actually time. Yeah.
Now you're on boss's horse.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's
Still
what.
alive.
Should dodge.
Ooh, did I do it in time? One-handed.
I want to free your sparrow.
I want to free your sparrow.
Igor Blocksny.
I don't know you.
Hans, you better make my bed. You will know me sexually. I'm
You better
here.
shut up and get off this phone immediately.
I may have the wrong Hans. But maybe not. I have the right underwear.
Oh. Hans, this is Igor.
Shut up and get off the phone immediately. Oh, look at
Ah! I did it. Did you hear that echo back there?
Yeah, from the mic.
Sing into that mic. How's it sound?
Let's see how it sounds.
Oh, fuck.
Yo.
Listen.
Bella Lasagna's dead. Yo, listen.
Oh,
We be acclaimed.
That rap battle was good.
Oh, I didn't get to see the rap battle. Who won? Gas Boys?
No. Where? How do you dodge that one?
You have to ride all the way up to the front.
Fucking Truck Boys?
Or all the way to the back.
The acclaimed one. Of course.
Sesame, Daddy Ass. Daddy Ass is the greatest thing ever. See you around, big boss.
We're approaching the border.
So, I like the faux 3D here.
Yeah, they put it in this weird, like, pop art filter.
I like it.
Hang in there. Hang in there.
Oh. Horse. Snake.
No, the Ass Boys did have some funny lines, though.
That's cool.
Yeah, they kind of, it was pretty edgy, too. They kind of pushed it. They made fun of Bowens being gay.
Oh.
That's why when you guys tag, you're always the wide receiver or some shit. Some line was, had a funny punchline.
I like that.
And then there was some heat. It got over big on the audience. They were like, "What the fuck?" And then it was cool too. There was a funny line that the acclaimed had on the gun, whichever one it was, Austin or Colton, which are like the fucking crackerest names ever.
Yeah.
Austin and Colton are just like
Gun. They're gun names.
But those fucking names.
I know, they're awful.
They're just so white.
They're so white.
So
bread.
when who is it? Max Caster that raps. He said something about like a white boy or you know this gun club rapping is cultural appropriation or something. I forget how he rhymed it, but that got over huge. Like I wish I could remember. We should play it. Fuck. We'll probably get flagged. That's almost like the fun of AEW to me is interviews, cutting promos.
Yeah, the character building.
I love the comedy of it so much more. I mean, that's why Downhouse is so fun.
Yeah,
you know?
it's they don't.
What
take
they do
themselves too
in the
serious.
matches, like even in that Ring of Honor, the fucking best entrance and like the most memorable, even match setups and stuff was
Dalton Castle
and the fucking boys, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fucking hilarious.
It's memorable moments that create fun and like an exciting energy that makes you feel like you're part of something. That's what wrestling does when it does it the best. And it's you cheer because you know it's time to cheer, and you boo because you know it's time to boo, and you count 1, 2, 3 when it's a near fall that's really good because it could be 3, you know?
A couple times I thought it was over for those fucking
it's Rocky
FTR
Horror,
bros.
right? You go to Rocky Horror, you do the fucking thing. You do
You throw toast, bro.
Yeah, whatever
I see
the
what you're
shit
saying.
is.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a very cool experience that not a lot of people get, but when you get there, it's fun. It really is.
Well, I've been living and breathing it a lot lately, but I think it's come to the end of our show.
Damn, we
At
made it
this
to 2
point.
hours again?
We did it again.
Oh my god,
This
we
one's
done
gonna
it
be-
again.
It's going to be an interesting upload here. I pray for you, YouTubers, that you have a clean, easy archive that goes up always on the Mega 64 Archives channel on YouTube.
What's that?
Usually by Friday, sometime in the afternoon. I will also say, while Kaz is just fucking running his mouth still, man, we have the 64-hour
extension.
Special extension. The Rad Dad shirt is still on sale.
Extension.
It came back limited time only.
Extension.
And be sure, trust Deadpool. The right Deadpool, not the ones that are standing in a picket line out in front of the expo hall, but the other Deadpool. Trust the trusty staff at 64X. Show up, it will be safe. You'll have a good time. Saturday, August 6th at noon. Yeah, you know. Oh, you know.
Extension.
Twitch.tv, the same place you are right now. You're gonna want to tune in for 64X. We've got so much in store. And I don't care how many picket lines I have to cross to get this fucking thing done, okay? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to swear there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been real, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah.
Brother. Big brother. Big brother. Big brother.
Your sparrow.
Eagle.
Beep. Your sparrow. 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 Beep. Your sparrow.